Let me see. I don't know if it's live. I think we should be. We should be. Oh yeah,
Oh,
we're live.
we live.
So welcome everyone and everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We're sorry for being trash, for being one of the most trashiest streamers ever,
Hey, we were legit trash, man.
bro.
Don't even
It
apologize.
is
We are
rookie
legit
mistakes, but
trash.
hey, but that's
Nah,
that. I mean, you know, shit happens. What can we do, bro?
hey, it is what it is. But
It
now
is what it is, bro.
we can actually have a proper stream again. I'm Dory. I got my man signed Brogy,
Hey,
and like we've been trying to talk about for the last I don't know what 2 hours, just discussing the plot armor and how
uh,
it ties into the writing of stories and whether it's a good plot armor or bad plot armor or whatever. It's just this is good. Just talking about it pretty much, and then we might invite people in here just cause. But I'll go ahead and start it off.
all right, go ahead.
Me, when it comes to plot armor, I don't mind it because I know it's gonna be there regardless. So I've come to this point and just reading a lot of stuff, just accept it. I just want it to make sense, and I'm sure a lot of people that watch this know me that I'll tie in One Piece. I critique One Piece a lot harsher, I would say, just because with the plot armor, it sometimes it's just thrown in there and not really like explained fully, or it's just there just to be there, but doesn't really, I guess, help add to the story, in my opinion. For me, with One Piece, like with Kingdom, Kingdom is like I said earlier, Kingdom is plot armor heaven, but it at least makes sense to me. To me, granted, I'm biased to a degree with Kingdom, so I can admit that, but to me, when it comes to Kingdom and its plot armor, it makes sense. Like it's not just thrown in. It's not just random. It's legit. It's something you can read and like, okay, you won't get too mad. Otherwise, other series, so like Naruto at the very end of the war, that plot armor that makes sense at all. It was just to me it was forced. But that's just
Yeah,
how
I
I
can.
view plot armor in the sense and a degree. How about you, Design? Like, what do you think about plot armor? Because I know you kind of tend to side with it a little bit, even if it's kind of wacky.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, like I mentioned earlier, plot armor is just going to be there, whether you like it or not. Because if you have a story, if you're trying to build up a story from a crew of underdogs and try to build it up to where these underdogs are going to be the pinnacle of their verse or the epitome of whatever cause they're fighting for, it's inevitable to have plot armor used as as a writing device or aspals or whatever you want to call it. Because I mean, how do you expect someone to overcome a high wall when they can't even jump that high? I mean, that's just how it is. So I kind of just brush it off as something that is gonna happen regardless. And yeah, I don't have no
But
problems with it personally.
but can you just brush? That's my thing. Can you really brush it off? Because I'm sure when you reading it, like you can just read it and just know that just whatever it is given to us doesn't really just add up. It's some stories like some
I mean, in all seriousness,
like with my hero, like I'm not like my hero, like with the whole Deku overhaul stuff. That was plot armor heaven, but to me it made sense as far as the fight went, as far as Mirio, because this is something I got into, in Discord, like with Mirio losing his powers and then surviving against overhaul, it made sense because the man was close to dying, and at the because this is a story about heroes. That in the nick of time, um, what was the mentor's name? Night,
not I. You're not I.
Not yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
not I came in and saved them. Also with Deku and Eri, that was plot armor as we all know it, but it at least made sense because she's able to heal him, and able to make sure he doesn't break his body while he's going 100%. So it makes sense. People might not like it, but it makes sense. But I don't know. I'm probably just a harsher reader, and that's fine. But I just can't let some certain plot armor I can't brush off because it's just it just don't really add up to me. I don't know why it don't add up.
Personally speaking, I mean, generally speaking, to be completely honest with you, I don't mind plot armor all that much. as long as it's well executed, as long as it's not just going to be um, something that came out of nowhere, or a power up that had no predecessor in the story and just happened to be at that same moment for convenience sake. That would be kind of wacky. But if I'm reading the story and I'm enjoying it, and all of a sudden the well, a faction gets a feat or a power up or whatever you want to call it over the other faction, just because
Right.
it is going to be written that way, I don't mind it. I just don't.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind it, but just let it make sense. I guess that's where a lot of people. I don't know if people either brush that off or don't really care because they just want to just see their character do good, or they just want to just see the story progress. But for me, just let it make sense. Like again, the big thing that happened months ago was the whole Luffy Gear Force, Snake Man stuff. Like to some people, it was fine and acceptable. Like others, like myself, we just saw Snake Man as BS because it made no sense as far as how Oda placed it in that fight.
You know, the thing with Oda and his plot armor, and basically his aspels. Usually speaking, Oda writes um certain plot points to where they might seem like aspels, but the more you think about them, the more you find reasoning behind them. I.e., like the thing with Snake Man. You could just say that Snake Man was I mean, it is an aspel because it came out of nowhere in a sense, but
Hmm.
still, like Luffy had it developed pre-time skip and had it over the time skip and had it developed with the Rayleigh flashback, especially plot devices like the Rayleigh flashback or something you could go back to and just kind of add things up from whatever you want, and then that in a sense it covers up for the hideousness of the Aspel, but still it kind of justifies it in a sense, if you get what I mean.
Uh, I see what you're saying. I just to me, I don't think it covers it up that well. Just because what he did and what he was training for. You know, I don't do this my best not to spoil, but what he was training for in that fight, they to me didn't add up because he didn't use what he was training for, quote unquote, in that fight.
If anything, I see what Yak said in the comments, and basically, I mean, yeah, if anything, the Karakuri stabbing himself thing was the thing that upsetted me the most. Because generally, I mean, Karakuri was, I mean, hours ago, he was standing for his family, standing for his country, trying to protect everything that he stood up for the last 48 years of his life. But then all of a sudden, just because a match he liked versus Luffy was taking place, and how the fight unraveled, basically everything switched up, bro. Like, how did that happen? That made no sense. Why Karakuri is someone who was so dignified and willing to sacrifice his life for his family, just all of a sudden, just damn, he just threw it all off and wanted to fight Luffy on equal grounds.
Yeah, yeah. Cause I'm not trying to let my personal feelings like come into this like I would normally in like Discord. So I'm trying to like keep it tame. But for me, and granted the pharmaceutical the anime has been covered in the whole, so it's not as bad as was in the manga. But
I agree.
I give you your point with the whole category stuff. It's just, and I'm guessing it's just the pacing of how everything's going. Like the pacing has been picking up more and more over the last what year or two. Is it picking up? You would say the
Well, yeah,
pacing of One Piece.
basically.
So I agree that it's probably because of the pacing and Oda's just trying to use the anime to fill in the holes. It's just when we initially get it, I just wish he would expound upon things like with the whole really flashbacks. To me, they're too vague because if people can't even agree on what is a certain thing like haki, because it's like five different interpretations of it, and then you add on the Katakuri stabbing himself stuff, then add on Snake Man and all the other things, to me it becomes convoluted and just takes away from the enjoyment of just the action. Because granted, we know that because you all know that the action was good, so the action is always going to be good, decent to great for One Piece. But I would like for it to be more like in My Hero. Like My Hero doesn't really have to me that dynamic of fights because I guess the fights are more written well than have actually good action. Like the anime does the better job of depicting the action, but as far as like the writing for the fights, I think the writing for the fights are great just because they make sense. If there is a ass pull or random power up, it makes sense. Like with the whole stuff that happened and not this recent battle, but the arc before it where we got Deku's power up, that made sense. Granted, it was a little whack. It was a little off when he fought, just because I felt like the villain didn't get enough chance to shine per se, or
Exposure. Yeah, I agree.
have more exposure because of how short the arc was. But it at least made sense to tie it in. That's it. Was another series. Same with Tokyo Ghoul. Because let's be honest, Sasan, you read Tokyo Ghoul Fish. To me, Kaneki should be dead. So we know that Tokyo Ghoul was full of plot armor all
Hmm.
to high heaven, but at least with the writing, as far as Kaneki's character and all the other characters, it all tied in. It all tied in, so where like you could at least accept the hacks or the armor or protection, pretty much. That makes sense. Like with fairy, like, I guess to me, and something people I don't know if fairy tale fans are watching, but like fairy tale to me is the definition of plot armor that makes no sense.
This fuck. I just uploaded a video of me breathing. Like what the fuck? Yo, Z boy, what's good, man, nigga?
What's good, Z?
What's up, bro? What's up?
What's good, fam? What's
Hey
good,
man,
man?
you're the first guest in our channel, basically.
I'm saying first guess.
Hey,
What's cracker, fam?
let's get it, bro.
Much. Yeah, that's dope. That y'all trying to keep it chill over here and stuff. So I'm gonna keep my wildness and BA and Discord.
Hey, appreciate it, fam. Again, you try to
Hey,
just keep it chill, but you just want to know, like, again, your thoughts to the whole topic of plot armor and is there good plot armor, or bad plot armor? Um, how it affects you when you read, or what are your thoughts on that?
Mm. I mean, sometimes plot armor is just gonna be a part of a story because like the author has to put like the characters in like certain situations to where it would like usually be impossible for them to get out of.
Right.
Um, I can't think of an example of good plot armor. I mean, unless you want to count. I think this was
But
kind of cool.
I guess
Um,
if it helps, like plot armor that makes sense. So again, you know the plot armor is gonna be there, but like plot armor that actually like makes sense. Like you can like you just read it like okay, this actually like ties in or makes sense as far as why this person survived or did this or that. Instead of just it
yeah,
being seem like it's like an ass pull or random. That makes
yeah.
pretty
Like
much.
I like how like Hawkins basically like yeah, the whole thing where it's like he can't see Luffy dying. Like he basically saw plot
Yeah.
armor in Luffy. I
yeah,
had like that.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, like that's cool. Like that, I said, I can agree with that. Like that actually is cool because it's pretty much us being
Back in
told it's plot armor.
Dressrosa, if y'all
And
recall,
well,
back in
what's up, City?
Dressrosa, when Law was getting shot left and right, and he was getting riddled with bullets like 72 times or something before I lost count. And then like he still managed to live through all that and he wasn't dying and it was just Aspel after Aspel at that point, which was kind
Why? That's a Hasbro?
I mean, in my yo senpai, what's good, my G?
Senpai, what's good,
What's
Senpai?
up, man? How y'all doing?
Doing great,
Man,
bro.
chilling, fam,
Yeah.
chilling, bro. How you living?
I'm good, man, I can't complain. I can't complain.
Hey, but what do
Hey,
you think about
nice.
the subject, bro?
It's a touchy
Subject,
topic.
yeah,
Well,
just
if you
again,
want it to
good.
be.
Is there good plot armor, bad plot armor to you? If there is, like, what are some
Mm,
examples you think that you could say, oh, this is good or bad plot armor?
plot armor. Man, niggas like bringing up Flampe as a plot armor. Brulee is a plot armor. Brulee is a Brulee is a plot armor. That's a
Well,
plot armor right
not
there.
spicy or anything, yeah.
No,
Right.
but yeah, yes,
That's very
no.
true.
That says, is it good or bad? So when I say that, like,
Good for the Straw Hats, but bad for everybody else. But hey, at the beginning, she was bad for the Straw Hats, but towards the end, when she got captured, after that, She was perfect for the Straw Hats.
But let me
So
ask you this: how do you feel about? I mean, these types of plot armors existing in the story. How do you think it affects it? Do you think it's for the better or for
Like
the worse?
like the writing, like you know how we argue every day, senpai. So like just like keep it
depends
real.
on depends on and some of it can be bad, some of it I think can be good. If it's not like if it's a stretch, it's a stretch, but if it's like if they keep it like close to like not like, keep it in field instead of like how can I say this? If that shit is not reaching, if it's not like a big reach,
Gotcha. Okay.
then I'm good. But if I feel like it's close, I'm like, eh, I can understand what they're where they're going, but it's not as
Gotcha.
bad as yeah. It's
See,
still
I
I
don't,
feel
like
you.
I said, it's good and it's bad. It's neutral for the story. Plot armor is just like it can help,
I mean,
it can not help.
I'm not
I feel
sure if
you.
there's really. I'm not sure if there's really a such thing as good plot armor. 'Cause I think plot armor in general basically means like something that they shouldn't be able to survive, and it's just like something that's just convenient the way they can
No,
survive.
nah, it's
No,
something that can
that's
help them out.
no, that's good plot armor. It's just like I said, it's good plot armor. It's just like Beef said, does it make sense? Is it a reach, or is it something you can just look at it and be like just accept? And like that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. You can be good. Like to me, and granted, like I said, this is me. My hero has a whole bunch of plot armor in my hero, a lot of plot armor. But to me, it's written well enough to where it makes sense. To
Name
where you
name
just
one.
Ooh.
you know how we argue. Know the topic that came up the other night. Mirio versus Overhaul, Deku
I mean,
Overhaul.
that's manga spoilers. I don't know if y'all read My Hero or not.
Yeah, I didn't. I hope I didn't someone too bad, but yeah, those two as far as Deku fight Overhaul, like we know it's plot. It's plot hacks off top. We know that. But for
Yeah,
me, the way that
that was a
Horikoshi
good
wrote
plot.
it,
That was a good
yeah,
plot armor.
I'm saying
That
the
was
way he
good.
wrote it, it makes sense as far as Mirio surviving, not having his
Mm-hmm.
power, just because Night Eye came and saved him at the right time. No, because he
Hey,
is a
whoa,
hero after
whoa,
all.
whoa,
Hey,
Whoa.
hey,
whoa,
listen. At this
whoa,
point, hey, listen. Hey, right
whoa.
now it's spoiler right now. If you want to listen right now,
Nah,
there'll be
yo,
spoilers.
you
Dead.
gotta, you gotta chill, son.
Man,
So
listen. This is
don't
our
be
neck
doing
of the
them like
woods.
that. You can't do that.
I don't
Just
like that.
chill.
Okay, all right, fine.
We just gonna
I
we
apologize.
gonna slide off that. We gonna slide
We're
off
gonna slide
that.
off. But no, okay. But back to Deku.
Hey,
As
let's
far
just
as
keep
what
it in
Deku,
one piece.
but no, as far as what Deku did with Eri, it makes sense. Just because what she could do for him allowed him to do what he could do better, and I'll leave it there. That's why I say it makes sense because of what she could do for him.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, that's that. So,
And also, I'm gonna say is to add to the whole plot armor stuff. Is there an instance to where you just have, and like I guess I'm not at in general. Do you think that anime fans, not just One Piece, like anime fans in general, do they at times overlook the plot armor, plot hacks, or just ignore it, or just don't want, or do you think fans just don't accept it that it's
I
there?
kind of see that.
It depends. It depends on what type of fan it is.
You
Well,
said
it's
the
not.
overseas.
You know what? Yeah, I think I agree with Jordan on this one because here's the thing: anime fans in general, anime only fans, usually don't focus on basically they don't focus on every on and look in every nook and cranny. They don't look up in the chapter for every hidden secret or hidden message or anything. That's what we do. That's for us manga readers. That's why we're generally we're more wary of the content we get. Uh, Elsewhere the anime onlys they just basically sometimes they miss scenes, they miss lines 'cause you can't catch on everything while you're trying to focus on something for 20 minutes. That's why, generally speaking, anime only fans don't catch up on things as much as manga readers, and that's why that would be a huge contributor to them not being able to. Well, it's not about not being able to, but basically they won't mind plot armor. They'll just think of it as something that just happens to be in anime. as something natural. So that's my point of view on the matter.
What was
All
the
right.
question?
Pretty much. Do you
Oh
think
shit.
in the community, anime manga fans tend to overlook or ignore the plot armor just to just so they can, I guess, keep the enjoyment of the story?
I mean, sometimes you kind of have to do that to some extent.
And I guess not. I guess
Like,
do they? I guess in that sense to that, do they? I guess not lose the right, but make it harder to critique for themselves the story if they
like
can't just don't want to accept certain things.
if I would nitpick everything on One Piece, I think I would like it a lot less because there's so many flaws of it. It's a great story, but it has so many flaws of it. Nitpick everything on One Piece, I think I would like it a lot less because it's what the world.
Oh,
What
What was
about
that?
me?
whoa,
But
whoa.
well, no, because you saying that, like I nitpick Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball's not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super a lot, but I still watch I'll still watch it. So that's a counterpoint for that. What the hell
Dragon
happened to
Ball
Jordan?
Super.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
don't know.
saying. You saying if you nitpick everything about One Piece, you would like it a lot less. I nitpick everything about Dragon Ball Z, and I'm super Dragon Ball Super, but I still like it the same. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just always about nitpicking is more so just acknowledging what's there. So can you at least
Oh, this
like
trash,
say,
man.
oh, here we go, this man Virgo. But can you like
Oh
acknowledge?
my
So like, B, if you know how we always
Shut the
argue
fuck
about
up.
certain.
Hey,
Whoa,
Virgo.
this man Virgo ruins the piece. You trying to
Oh
have a piece
shit,
of here? This
this
man
nigga
ruins the
Bro,
Virgo.
piece.
I wasn't even finna say shit, but you came here
God.
chopping at
Chill
the
over
bit. I was
here,
finna
my
like,
guy.
congratulations on the channel. God, I'm glad you got your shit going. And you were just like, this nigga Virgo, get my dick out your mouth.
This man, but
Hey, yo, Virgo, what's
but
good, man?
no, that's good.
What's
Well,
poppin'?
before we
Got you
go
been
further,
GTA.
let's go. Let's ask you, Virgo. What is your views on plot armor, plot hacks? Can it be good plot armor, good bad plot armor, or is it good for a
I
story
mean, there
or
can be good
parody?
plot armor. It's all about how you write it. I mean, like, it depends if you look at it subjectively or not. Like, there's good plot armor in the sense. Let me think of one. I'd say Luffy versus Lucci. That's good plot armor. That was just him like willing through, and even though Lucci was giving him the bangs, he willed through and then gave him a Gatlin out of all hell. Bad plot armor. I hate to say it. Let's talk about Fairy Tail. Is Urza having all her fucking bones broken and then busting a new?
Oh,
That
don't
was
want to talk
hard.
about that.
Talk about
Oh, that was harsh. That was
And you know
harsh.
what the
All
plot armor was
all the
named?
fairy
Because
tale,
she's Urza.
Oh
all
yeah,
the
Yeah,
fairy tale,
that's true.
she had all her bones
all the
broken.
fairy
All of a
tale,
sudden,
You
all
she
the
know,
fairy
managed to
tale was
lost
the plot armor.
the last stack.
hey, they was like, how did she do it? Because she's Urza. I was like, okay.
Because she's Urza. And I said, I almost threw my phone at the wall.
Bro,
I couldn't believe it.
y'all want to talk about plot armor? Let's talk about Makarov. That nigga was.
Who?
That nigga should have been there.
Bro, that nigga should have been dead like 10 times by the end of the series. Like that was, bro, that was
In the second arc, this nigga should have been dead.
Y'all niggas lied.
Fairy Tail is trash, bro. Not gonna lie.
But yeah, I agree with Virgo. And then also too, just talking about this, like this is like a thing we're discussing. Like, do you think also that, like the anime community as a whole, do they tend to overlook or not acknowledge certain plot points, certain plot armor, just to keep
All the
it
time,
enjoyment for a
especially
story?
if it's involving a favorite character.
Oh, fuck yeah.
If it's involving a favorite character, these niggas are literally like letting them rob the store while they read a magazine.
Shit, that's so true, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And what was I going to ask? Oh yeah, B. Oh yeah, B. You hear the question, B? Because I know you said you didn't hear the question earlier. You heard the question, or you needed to repeat it one more time?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like I was at Virgo. What do you think about the community as a whole? You think they overlook it? They not care, or they? What do you think?
The niggas overseas overlook it.
Whoa,
Damn.
whoa. Yo,
Not
Oh my
y'all.
god!
Not you.
bro.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
Oh,
The niggas
No!
hold on. The niggas in the homeland.
That's shady, bro.
The niggas in the
No, I ain't
homeland.
gonna
Like
lie though.
Oda's homeland, Japan, like all that.
The niggas over in Mary Joie.
Yeah, they eating that up.
No, I ain't gonna lie
Thank
though,
you.
right?
No, Virgo
Fairy Tail
said
though.
it perfectly. Them niggas in Mary's Wall, they eating that up perfectly.
Bro,
Said
like,
marriage
to
war.
be completely honest with you,
Telling you,
I've been talking
Oda,
some
Oda
Japanese
can give them anything.
over One Piece Japanese fans, them niggas are just as like us, bro. Like they don't like Sanji as much. They call Oda,
Really?
Hey man, you need to stop that.
bro. I ain't even kidding. Like I've been talking to
Niggas
some,
like Sanji, bro. You ain't gonna be out here
bro,
slandering this nigga like that,
bro.
bro.
I ain't talking about whether I like him or not because everyone at this
I mean,
point.
I'm not really one for this whole Sanji Zoro debate. I'm tired of it. I
No,
myself used to be a part
No
of it,
one
and
bring
I'm
up
tired of myself.
Zoro.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
I
It's not
think
about
we're
that. It's
I
not
think
about
we're
that.
all fatigued.
Wait,
I
wait,
think
wait.
we're all
Yogo.
fatigued
It's
this
not.
time.
It's not about that. What I want to say is that people there in Japan. I mean, we picture them as people who just happy-go-lucky and they accept anything Oda throws at them. But they too are sometimes discontent with whatever with Oda's bullshit and the shit that he be pulling there. That was kind of surprising to me.
They're human.
I mean,
Hey,
I
facts.
mean, that's fine. They can be humans, but I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, oh, it gives you what you want, but then at the same
Oh
time,
no, I'm just
you don't
saying.
get enough. Oh, sorry,
I'm
man.
talking about. Yeah, the Japanese is uh,
Oh shit, my bad.
like even in Japan, right? It's like a misconception I found out. Like in Japan, how is people think that like if you go to Japan, like everybody will accept you love anime. Like even in
Yeah.
Japan, you'll be considered like it's still like considered like a kind of like not exactly a good thing.
I
There's
How
mean,
certain
so?
types of
Like
people.
how so? Like, is it like us? Where we like? Is it like us over here, or
Yeah, it's about the
okay?
same.
Interesting. 'Cause I used to always think that in Japan, I used to eat anything up. I used to just eat everything up that they read. I always believe that. Interesting.
That's what they call them otakus and stuff. That's a
Mm.
Japanese term. It's about the same.
but that's that. Um,
Hey, yo, I'm about to hop out, but thanks for having me. You
hey,
know,
thanks for coming through,
Thanks
bro.
for coming. Thanks for
hey,
coming through, man.
shout out to y'all channel, man. Y'all keep doing these great things, man.
My
Hey,
boys, my
Hey,
boys.
hey, we
trying to,
gonna be
man.
doing that,
Trying to
bro.
just have a nice little chill spot in the community, man. Just a nice little chill
I hear
spot.
you. All
Hey,
right, man.
hey, thanks for coming through, bro.
Peace,
Peace.
All
love,
right,
man.
beef.
Hey, let
Peace.
these niggas know if you dislike the stream, your mom's a hoe.
Mom's a hoe.
All right, y'all.
Shit,
All
I peace,
right.
bro. Hey, yo,
That's
Virgil,
pretty
where
factual.
Milo been at? I haven't seen that nigga in a while.
I ain't seen Milo since Nam, but I know where they are.
Milo be in D and D.
They're in D and they don't leave.
Yeah,
Damn.
they be in D all day.
Ah, shit. You know what? I need to apologize to that nigga, Milo. I was addressing him
What?
as a female for God knows how long.
Oh Lord.
Bro, I
Oh
didn't
my
even
god.
know, bro.
I mean, at least you
I
do it
thought,
accidentally. Grim does it on purpose.
yeah, I thought he
Yeah.
was a female too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, Grim is trash, bro. Wait, was Grim's channel
You know, it's
term?
crazy. Milo's older than all of us.
Yeah, he's like 27 or something, right?
Yep.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, pretty
Hey,
much
but
older.
didn't Grim's channel get terminated or something?
Yeah, he gone.
Damn.
He made a
That's
And
second
I'm
one,
check
but
him out.
he made a second one, but it's
You
gonna be
see
hard
me?
to get those 500 subscribers back.
Oh yeah, facts.
ah,
You come
shit.
check him out.
I
Cool.
mean, this nigga uploaded the entire manga panels of the Olympic had a Curry fight. What did he think was gonna happen?
Ah, shit. Bro, he kills me when he be uploading them Seven Deadly Sins chapters. He be uploading the full chapters. I'll be like, whoa.
Exactly, bro.
Don't
I'm
kill
just
me.
like, bro, they overlooked you before, and now that Shueisha's acting a fool, boy, you were done.
That's what I'm
Hey,
supposed to
let's
do. Any kind
address
of
this
reactions.
Shueisha thing, bro, because it's kind of upsetting the entire community. I mean,
Hell yeah, it is.
bro, Driss basically said Greg was the one behind all the attacks and strikes. I mean, he
Yo,
instigated the fire.
So wait, I gotta ask because I ain't that plugged into the community like y'all are. Like, what's been happening? Like, what
All right, so
happened? Like,
basically, I'm gonna
It's
say
been a great cleansing.
it has been a great cleansing, bro. It really
it
has,
is a great promise.
bro. The thing is,
oh my,
this dude Greg, well, he used to be just working for the One Piece podcast, which is a
right?
podcast.
Trash ass.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? They actually kicked out Rogers Base. He used to be a
They
guest.
did. They did kick out Roger.
They
They're
kicked out,
fucking trash, bro.
bro. They
Oh, they
kicked
kicked out
him
Roger.
out.
Wait, how they kick
You
out
know why,
Roger?
Jordan? Take a wild guess, bro. These niggas kicked him because he reads the scans
Yep.
on Friday. That's why they.
Yep. Because he checks out manga screen and jam his box. They kicked him.
What? That makes no
Bro,
sense.
them niggas are trash, bro. And then basically,
Atrocious.
bro, and then this dude Greg got a job as a columnist or something. I don't know what that even means. At the official Viz One Piece panel, and basically he's working for the One Piece panel in Viz, and somehow or another he's trying to rank up.
He's starting the Great Cleanse.
Yeah, by well, basically he's trying to show that he's putting in work.
Brago's been striked.
Yeah,
Roger's been striked.
everyone's
Cole has been striked. They got strikes over parody chapters.
That is trash, bro. That is the utmost trash I've seen in the community.
So
For nothing,
this
bro.
dude, this dude Greg is out here just striking people just cause.
Yeah, because he wants
Yeah.
people to be the official translation, basically.
Maybe
That's what,
official beast.
What, man? They ain't got
Bro.
time for this, man.
And we gotta pull up on this dude.
bro,
You got
I
to.
swear to God, if I find this, bro, I said it the other day on Discord. If there's any meme of me helping the scandalators and piracy of the Shueisha things, I will 110% contribute all my money to the piracy of Shueisha
This
rather
nigga
than
finna show up like Sasuke.
bro.
Man.
Bro, these niggas need to be obliterated. I'm telling you. Like,
This nigga said obliterate.
He said,
What kind of name is Greg, anyways?
oh shit. Yo,
man said
Father,
obliterated.
Greg all the way.
Father. My name is Greg.
Not a huge
That's
fan.
the- I mean, he's white
So
as
now
well.
that's why Brago's doing all his videos on BDA Law now.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, Brago can stream through his channel. That's trash, bro.
So
Like I
no,
said,
the strike
bro,
over strike over 3 months.
I'm dedicating everything in my might to helping the piracy of Shueisha's content. Yo, fuck Shueisha all the way, bro.
All right, see,
And then 10 minutes later, this video is flagged.
I'm saying,
Hey, they can flag
don't
me
be
all they
surprised.
want, bro. I ain't even
Man.
afraid of death, let alone Shueisha. Fuck them niggas.
Hey,
Hey, man.
If I hit 100 subs in a week, I'll take out Situation.
Hey, bro, fuck Shueisha.
This nigga just fucking plug.
he don't. This man Hassan is wild.
Hey, bro, like the nigga's name is Greg. Like, what the fuck? That dude is white as all.
That's what Z-Boy just said.
Y'all seen his Twitter profile picture? This nigga got a chopper hat on. Hey, that shit is trash, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck him, bro. This nigga like a nigga that got fodderized by a tree.
Oh man.
Oh, yo, Quietly. I wish Quietly could join us. I'll send him the link.
He should. I mean, yeah. I was like, hopefully he can join us.
Trying to get the four Davis together before I gotta go slide in some walls.
Oh my goodness, this man here.
Hey, yo, Prefergo, what's been going on with you, bro? Where's the channel
I
at?
mean, well, my channel, man, I need a laptop, my guy.
Ah, damn.
I just got this new apartment. I just got a TV and Xbox, and the laptop is the next thing after my couch.
That man is slowly building. Hey, you know what? Hey, Burger, I was
Hey,
in my
respect.
old place. I
Respect,
had to
bro.
build piece by piece, so I understand. Trust me, I understand.
I was looking for some cheap laptops, but I was only looking like the $200, $300 range, man. I'm like,
That
If
should
you don't
be
get,
streaming through like
if you
2014.
don't get one, you look good. Get one that can run like do some stuff for you. If you don't get one,
yeah. I thought about streaming today, but my place is dirty, and I'm really not in the mood to clean up.
well, shoot.
Just
If
stream
you want
like-
to, again, if you want to, so we can.
I
go
can stream
ahead.
from my tablet.
You stream from your phone, basically.
I'm saying.
I could, but my phone is like 10p.
No, you can stream like off camera. Just use your avatar. Use your voice.
I'm
bro.
gonna
Ain't nobody
yeah,
gonna be looking for your sexy ass over there, bro.
I mean, you got
Oh,
followers.
All
I
right,
mean,
maybe
I'm
it is
saying-
time to go.
Bro,
Yo, I'm
this
sorry,
man-
shit. That
Bro,
shit,
what we say about her sus? We said her sus is dead.
I thought I was gonna be able to make it through a stream without it.
Ah, shit, bro. But
Me-
at least
me
like
too,
once a
bro.
stream, that's not bad for me. I used to make such jokes, bro, left and right. I'm good now, bro.
You know what? That's fine. I know what. If you get,
Yeah, I
all
see
right,
Val was acting the fool in your comment section.
Ah, shit. Jesus.
Yeah, he was talking about Hassan's voice, and he put like the little like raindrops emoji. And
Oh,
all that.
fuck this shit, bro. I can't deal with this no more, bro.
quietly trash. This man
Yeah,
quietly
bro.
trash.
And when he get exposed on streams, he want to act like, "What? What are y'all talking about?"
I'll never say gay shit. Yeah, but Bell be like that, bro, all the time.
Oh man, bro,
That was like-
man.
I've never heard of like a bipolar gay.
Yeah, quietly.
My bad, not
Quietly be
bipolar.
trolling.
The word I was looking for was schizophrenic.
Yeah,
Hey,
quietly
we
be
need-
trolling mad hard in the Discord.
Hey, no, we need ACB to come on stream. I don't know. I'm the first person to have ACB.
I gotta know what this ignorant motherfucker sound like.
That's my goal. ACB.
Bro, he types in all caps, always has emojis.
and he has the
Yo,
great.
this
He has
nigga-
the best
oh
quotes.
my
And
in
he
the
be
stream.
saying some
Watch
wild
him be
shit.
quiet. Watch him be quiet though.
It
I
don't
wouldn't
matter.
talk
I
to
need to
Flash.
know what this
Like,
man
what's
has
that,
the most fire
niggas?
quotes. He has
Yo,
the most
them,
fire
man.
quotes and lines ever. Like he be having me rolling.
Yo, it,
Bro, that nigga hilarious.
Exactly, bro. Bro, let me find out ACB is some white dude, like some white dude, like some older white guy. I'm gonna legit be in tears.
I'm gonna be dying, bro.
I'm
Yo,
still gonna be cool. That nigga funny. I don't care.
Yo,
I'll be
it's
cool with him too.
cool.
I just,
Oh,
shit.
I had a
Somebody asked him the other day, they said, HCB, are you white? And he's like, I'm black as fuck.
I asked if he was black. He said he was black.
Hey, yo, Araragi, if you want to join, bro, join. Araragi is my dude, bro.
I don't think I'm familiar with the Rocky.
Hey, go suck a dick, Virgo. Bitch ass.
Wow. Oh my God.
yeah. I'm gonna
Pause.
say you want to join. I'm gonna say y'all want to join. That's the thing too. Me and Hassan are just here to talk for like 20 minutes about something, and then just throw people in, like because we.
After you're finished ranting.
Ranting? I don't know about ranting because Jordan's trash ass mic doesn't allow him to rant, bro.
Hey, he been good today.
Bro. No, it ain't that. It's just I don't have my own place anymore. So
no, he took it to heart after he got that Aurora. That nigga went to the store.
No, it ain't that. No, it's really not that. No, it's no sad, Virgo. It's the same. This is the same. Like it's just that it's wireless.
I know. I'm
So
just
like
being an asshole.
I know, but I just can't talk well because I have my own place anymore. I say my people, my fam now. So I gotta be respectful, keep things, cool. Otherwise, I can't turn up like I want to.
But yeah, man, congrats, man. Y'all first stream and 100 subscribers already, man. I'm pretty sure I didn't have 100 subscribers till shit, maybe like 8 streams in.
Hey,
bro,
you know,
all Hassan.
The greatest thing about all this is that we had 100 subscribers before we even launched our first video.
I know, that's crazy.
We've been fishing for subs.
But now it's the hard part. Now we gotta work to get. My goal was to get 1,000. So we got like what a year we get 1,000.
I don't think it took Dustin that long. Like I might get it faster.
Nah, not us. I don't know about us. Cause I don't know. We ran them and we ran them and we trash. Cause
Bro, it took us right now. Today like 3 streams to get it right. That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, funny.
Shit. How many subs you got, Virgo? Weren't you like 400?
Huh?
Weren't you at 400 subs or something?
We're at 4 right now.
Yeah, I only have about 240.
I just had 4.
Really? I thought you had like 400 or something.
I mean, I also stopped streaming for like the last 3 months.
And like I said, my goal was
y'all lucky.
Hollywood.
The only reason I even continue to get subscribers is because I've been hopping in other people's streams.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Virgo, I would say this. You know me, so I don't care. You want to put videos on here because we trash too. Your subs, our subs, your subs. You want to put videos on here? We don't care. Like hop in.
You want me to put videos on there?
We don't care. Like listen, Virgo, you'll say we really legit don't care.
But how am I gonna do that? I have to have access to equipment to do that.
I mean,
I would have done it on my channel a long time ago had I done that. Are you saying that you want to do my streams from your channel?
No, I'm saying if you want to, you could.
Fuck out of here.
We will give you our information, and you can log on and just do streams to you on our stuff. But then,
I'll do that.
That would be dumb.
Nigga, Jordan, I'm gonna say this one more time. If I could do streams, I would have did it on mine a long time ago.
That's why I said I'm slow.
What would be the point of logging in? Just to log in?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I can't do hangout streams either right now. I gotta give me a laptop.
Hold on, then Z, can you stream at all? Because like I say, Z, if you want to be streaming and you need a platform, by all means.
Jordan just offering this shit up without even asking him.
I really don't care. I don't care.
I don't give no shits, bro.
We don't care. Like I say, we are trash, Virgo. We just don't care. We just
want to talk about stuff. Trash right now.
Hey,
SSJ, I'll do that. Fuck that. I'll do a Boku no Pico review, bro. I'll legit do that.
What's up? We can do that next stream. Let's
Hey,
do
but
it.
you gotta watch it over, Jordan.
I got what?
You know what Boku no Pico is, nigga?
Wait, Boku no Pico.
Not
What is
familiar.
it? It sounds sus.
Hey, bro, it's the
No, it's the same as Boku no Hero. Check it out. Check it out after stream.
bro.
Boku
I'm
no
pretty
Hey,
sure you're lying.
it's like what wasn't it like 3 episodes or something, bro?
Yeah, it's like 3 episodes of fire, bro. I'm telling you, Boku no Pico is fire.
Boku no
gayest,
Pico. All right.
Hey,
So
chat,
like,
are they lying?
bro. It's the gayest shit ever, bar none.
Bro,
I know
why
it.
you lying, bro? This fire, bro. Like that
No, shut
transformation. This
up.
nigga
Z
transformed
Hey,
episode 1.
boy, are you
Bro,
trolling right
hey, you
now?
hear
Because
that?
again,
Hey, wait, y'all hear that?
I want to watch this, so don't troll me. Is it fire or is it?
No.
Like,
Do not.
gay, bro. That shit is gay, bro. Hey, let me,
Let me just tell you, right?
hey,
If you don't want the feds to show up, just watch it at a library computer. But it's fire.
oh my
wants him
goodness.
exposed, bro. Bro,
These niggas trolling.
here's the premise. Basically, this chick looking dude. Well, basically,
Transform.
bro. Here's the thing. This dude picks up a dude that he thinks is a chick, and then basically,
Oh, my God. All right. Hey, we good.
wait. Let me
Niggas
explain.
be boxing too, yo.
Bro, here's the thing. Basically, they're on a car, on a date. They're licking their ice cream cones, and he started the other dude's ice cream cone. He
Hey, y'all
thought
have a good night.
he
All
thought.
right, Virgo.
Hey,
Peace,
Virgo, you gotta
Talk to
stick
him.
through this part, bro. This nigga thought he was a girl. That the chick looking dude was a girl, and basically he started feeling him up and shit, and he suddenly noticed that that's a dude with a small penis.
Oh, come on, man.
Bro.
Listen, man. That's just fan service, all right. It has
Bro,
dope
here's the
fights.
thing, bro. Here's the
It
thing,
has fire fights. Are you serious?
bro. The dude didn't even bat an eye when the chick turned out to be a dude, and he still
Nah, man. Listen up. Listen. Still check it out. That's just fan service.
Bro, that shit was legendary. I don't give a fuck how it was out of
It sounds
nowhere, bro.
sus.
It was
legit
hilarious.
sounds-
It was
It
hilarious.
legit sounds sus.
Bro, that shit was legendary. What you talking about, bro?
It was
Son,
funny, bro. It was funny.
Bro, and you see that limp dick basically erecting? That shit was oh,
I
Sounds
was
sus,
dying, man. I was dying. I was
it
hooked
sounds sus.
episode 1.
hey, yo, Hemmings, don't unsub, nigga. Hey,
Hold on, Hemming.
join the stream, nigga.
Hemming is legit. I'm gonna ask you, Hemming,
shit,
because you
this
keep it
shit
real.
was
Hemming, is it
bad,
sus
bro.
or is it legit? Tell me now, Hemmings.
Man. That nigga Pico transformed episode 1. That nigga was going off. They got some bad fan service though. That fan service is wild, but it's funny though. I'm telling you, bro. Like it's got some.
Okay, bet. All right.
Bro, I was baited. Like it was during the heights of Boku no Hero, while Boku no Hero was rising, and people were plugging Boku no Pico a lot. And I found myself fucking watching that.
That's
I
not
made
gonna
it through episode 3, which at the time I wouldn't have done that because it was gay, and I was so intolerant towards gay shit. And that's that. Ah, shit, that was hilarious, bro.
I realize we need to actually do something to keep that like consistent content, like reviews or something, because we can keep doing these random streams, just whatever comes to mind to stream about something.
Oh no, 100% do regular streams like on a regular basis, as in like 2 streams a week on the same
Actually, no.
same day.
Actually, no. I have an idea. We have two set streams a week. One stream is me and you. Other stream is me, you, and people.
Alright, that'd be fine. And also we gotta add in more content that isn't anime driven. That actually
no. That's something.
Do
that's
not
something I can do.
watch Boku no Pico. Don't do it. Don't listen to it.
Yo,
Listen, man, the fights are worth it. The fights are worth it, right? The fights are worth it.
No.
The comedy is amazing, bro.
I will
It's
not
funny.
subject my friend to this. No, Jordan, don't do this.
hey Hemmings.
Okay,
Hey,
Don't
what's
do this
good,
to a
man?
random. Not to you, bro. Not to you.
What's good,
These
man?
dudes have bad taste in
What's up?
anime.
What's up, man?
Hey, shit. Hey, but that's that, bro.
Thank you, Hemmings. Bro, Hemmings, thank you. You real. Hemmings is a real one. Hemmings is a
But
real
no, in
one.
all seriousness,
They all trying to play you. I can't believe this.
Hey, bro, no, I legit explained the plot, like to the tooth, bro.
You really did.
Shit.
But yeah, what's happening? What's up?
Hey, we're doing our thing, bro. Trying to
You
figure
guys
out how
finally
this.
decided to start this
Trying to
shit. I
figure
just
out
saw it.
Hey,
trying to figure out how to be
hey, bro,
less
but
trash.
congrats
That's
on
all.
400 subs, bro.
Hey,
Thank you.
congrats, Hemmings. Trying to
Hey,
get like you, fam. Trying to get like you, bro. So congrats.
hey,
Hey,
babe,
man,
it's
you-
literally
Hey, there's,
impossible to be like Hemmings. This
there's
dude
like
reads like 500 mangas and comics and shit. I
That's the
wouldn't
thing.
even dream to be around his level, bro.
it's not healthy, bro.
Actually, son, I realized what we can do. No, this is something I realized we can do. We can do music. We can like do like take Orpheus' idea. Shout out to Orpheus and review music. That's what we can do.
I'll be down with that. I mean, Orpheus too would be down to join us from time to time.
True.
I, mean,
definitely.
I really would dig real life content, discussions about real life shit. That would be eye
That
opening in a way. I would like that.
sounds good to me. Then Z, if you want to do your stuff or like stream with us, you can stream. Like, we don't care. Or you want to put videos on, we don't mind. We don't care if you like give your stuff and just make videos. We really don't care. We just trying to just
Hey, guess who
whatever.
just joined? The trashiest dude on earth. This nigga Sensei
Oh
just
my
joined us,
God,
bro.
Sensei just
yo,
joined.
Sensei never been a whole Sensei.
What's good,
I have
fam?
come
Of
And
course
to
it's
talk
trash
and
mic.
hey
Come with the trash
Sensei,
mic.
why is your service trash always, bro? Your connection's always trash, bro.
Always.
This nigga cutting up again.
Oh yeah, hey man, because why you here, man? So we go ahead and try to at least stay somewhat on track. What are your opinions on plot armor, plot hacks, and it can be good, bad for a story? Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Wait, what do you mean by that specifically? Like, define that.
Pretty much, okay, so pretty much not the actual plot armor itself, but like the writing. The plot armor again, you know it because we know it's a part of the story. You all know all stories have plot armor. So can plot armor be good as far as that it makes sense? So even though it's there, it makes sense as far as how it's placed or input in the story, or can it be bad as far as it just seeming like an ass pull or seeming random per se?
I don't know, cause it's not really a term that I use. Like, I don't ever really say plot armor. It's not a term that I use often. But so it's hard for me to say. But context is everything. It really depends on your viewpoint. Because a lot of times when someone thinks something is quote unquote plot armor, it's just the way they view it, and some people like to project their own expectations on something. And if it doesn't go the way they thought it was gonna go, then it's like, oh, plot armor, this and that. But I guess it's a bad thing for the most part. If you think that a character is being just like protected for the sake of being protected and they're getting out of a situation that doesn't make in a way that doesn't make sense, then it's whack.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with
I
that.
agree.
I agree.
I agree with you 100%.
Let's say again, we were just having earlier before things were off the rails. We were just having the open discussion about it and just saying how people feel about it in general. Just because that's something that's not coming up a little bit more and more, mainly because of One Piece, but something that's coming up a lot with the community as far as how people view it. I'm sure you hear the streams as far as different arguments go.
Yeah, but it's one of those buzzwords that I don't like. I don't really use that.
Why not? If I ask, why not?
Because it's like it's kind of a lazy way of describing something. I feel like generally people don't like it. There are for real some instances where it's like the author has gone above and beyond to protect the character from dying, and like you're dead. Like in this situation, there's nothing you can do. If you didn't want to right yourself in whole, don't put yourself in the position in the first place. But it isn't something that I'll just say like, yo, that was bad writing or something, instead of like, oh, it's
I got you. See, I can acknowledge the plot armor and still enjoy the story. It's just I want it to make sense. Like you said, with regards to writing, I want it to at least make sense. So I can acknowledge the plot armor is there. It says plot armor, but at least if it makes sense, I won't really care as much. As long as, like I said, as long as the writing makes sense in the grand scheme of the story. What's good,
Hey, Sensei.
Yeah.
Are you good? You good now?
I'm good. I'm good now, right?
Oh,
yeah,
you good now, fam.
Okay, so listen, right? My first order of business in y'all stream is, why the hell Hassan ain't revealed his face yet?
Hey, bro.
Yo, you
Well,
thought I forgot?
This
But
nigga.
I forgot.
Hey, Sensei.
Man, Sensei.
Yo,
Bro, for real. I'm just waiting to
a,
get
thou- a thousand subs. Yo, face review.
Ain't no
But
1,000
he
subs.
waiting for
Don't
the
egg him
1,000
on.
subs.
Don't egg him on. He said when he got the channel.
The 1,000 sub face
I'm
reveal.
trash, bro. I'm trash. Just
Hey,
give
Sensei,
me
we
like
trash
4
over here.
months.
You know, we Freedom State, bro. We Freedom State. We trash. You know
Give
this.
me
Oh
until
my
I get a
god, man.
camera, bro.
All right, man. All right, trash
I
niggas,
can show you
man.
my feet. That's
Nah,
good.
hell nah, the hell.
But no, Sensei, because you know you argue this every day with me in Discord. So ask Hemmings, what are your thoughts on plot armor? Is a good plot armor bad plot armor? What do you think about it in your
There's
personal
no
opinion?
such thing as good plot armor.
It
You don't
is,
think so?
bro.
I
Nah.
mean, but I don't disagree with that. There's good plot armor as long as
I would
it
listen.
makes sense.
In terms of, and you can, technically you couldn't like, you can't make like, you can make it make sense, but you know like, if you was to take away like, it's sad that I gotta say this, but if you was to take away like just this in terms of being a story and some of the fights that like niggas get into in One Piece, like Luffy getting into these 3 fights with Crocodile, like if this wasn't a story, Luffy would have died. He'd have been a regular ass pirate that got his life sucked away. Or when he's fighting Katakuri, he'd have been a regular ass pirate that ain't last that long because he wasn't the chosen one to unlock futures. Like it's mad instances where like just the chosen one scenario should just benefit the main character, and you can make it make sense, but that's only because it's a story. Like if this is like that's what I'm saying. Like technically, there's no such thing as good plot armor. It just you can make it make sense. That's the thing of the author. That's the author's job to make it make sense. Because if you're gonna tell a story like a shonen, you gotta have like you can't have. It's not gonna be a point where you're not gonna have plot armor. Like even in the best of best shows, it's still plot
Oh yeah,
armor. Like
that's
with
what I
moments where the fucking character die, he supposed to die, but or he supposed to lose, he still come out on top. Like you make it make sense, but it's still bad though. Like it's just on the
Uh,
author to make it seem how bad it is. But either way it
see,
goes, it's all bad to me.
I feel you. See, I feel you on that. I want to say I can agree with your point. Like I say, you know how I feel. Like I say, I feel like it could be good plot armor as long as it makes sense. Like I bet you watch the anime, but like My Hero, to me has great plot armor that makes sense, even though it is
Like
ass
what?
pull
Like
plot
point
armor
it
heavy.
out.
See, what part are you at right now? Because I know you don't read. So I know what part are you at?
I could kind
We
of think
right
of
there.
one. I can
Okay.
kind of think of one because
Did you watch the? Do you watch the? Okay, we right there after. After the One for All, All Might fight and the provisional
Oh, okay,
training
bet,
license.
bet. Okay, bet,
I
bet.
didn't feel
So
like Deku beating Muscle made much sense.
right, you're right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, okay, see,
That's something.
But it was hype. So I'm not gonna
Nah,
nitpick that.
but listen. That's the only. That's something that we could debate about for the simple fact that that's his power. That's the meaning of his power. Like, nigga, if you go
But
100%,
he
right.
already
you could
wrecked his
go.
arm beyond like thing, and he still managed to punch through all that muscle. Like it like
No, it's the
if
fact
you
of
really
going
want to
plus
nitpick
ultra.
it, you can
That's
nitpick it. But I don't. I'm saying I don't do that. I don't be like, oh god, plot armor trash. I'm like, oh man, it was wrong.
okay. So listen. Right, it'll be different. I feel like what we classify as plot armor is different because I feel like that's like that. We didn't have to have that moment in the story, but like let me break it down to you why I say that. Right, that thing that power itself is something that's intrinsic with all for one. I mean, one for all. So it's like either way it go, like that's like the power of one for all to go 100%, and you could go beyond 100% with the power of one for all. That's the plus ultra shit. So it's like that moment in the story wasn't like it was basic. It wasn't like we could have went without that, and that thing still would have went the same, like going above your 100%. But with like certain plot armor, like Katakuri versus Luffy, the plot armor was he had to survive that long to even fucking make it to get fucking Future Sight or whatever. Or Crocodile versus Luffy, he get the water droplet. Like it's just certain shit that's set up for that certain moment for the character to what's the name. That was something that's been set up to where it's like this is a part of the power. If you want to say like he created the plot armor in the power, then I guess. But it's like that's just technically a part of the power.
Okay.
I don't really agree with that, but I mean, I get what you're saying though.
I can see the point to where
Oh,
like
yeah.
No, I
since
gotta, but like I said, it's not a term that I use. I don't say plot
Right.
armor.
Like him, I see what him like. Him is just saying like he just doesn't want to go there all together. I get him.
It's one of those buzzwords that people use that I like another buzzword people use incorrectly all the time is fucking character development. And as somebody who has legitimately studied literature post-secondary, it drives me fucking nuts because no one uses people don't use the word properly half the time.
Listen, I can admit I probably use it wrong all the time. So I can tell you, I'm probably one of the ones that probably make you mad because I use it
Hemmings,
all the time.
Hemmings, can I ask you a question? Did you read Bleach?
Yeah.
Okay, you read Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Who had more character development, Naruto or Ichigo?
Ichigo
And all I gotta listen.
Ichigo doesn't really have a personality.
Wait. You gotta remember the first episode, the kid Ichigo, that happy-go-lucky Ichigo that lost his mom in front of his face, that changed his whole character for the rest of the show. Naruto has situational character development to where he goes through something and then he's still the same nigga afterwards. Like after the whole Four Shinobi War, Naruto was still pulling pranks and shit in guidance in fucking novels. If you he went through situational shit that changed him for the moment. Like he was in a war. But after that war,
but that's not
you got a character development, but still at your base, you can still be the same person you are.
I mean, there's character development, but just for certain traits, not for overall.
But even then, Naruto still he just grew older.
Can go through changes, right? Learn how to have certain situational awareness, but remain the same person. Because people like to complain about.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people talk about, like I always tell people that One Piece characters don't really develop. They usually stay that they're same, but it works within the story because I know there's a few people who want Luffy to become some edgy pirate because he lost his brother and shit, and it's like the fucking scum of the sea. Like no one wants to see that shit.
That's the same as Naruto.
I've been reading One Piece since I was 11, so it's like Luffy's fun-loving nature for the pure aspect of adventuring and becoming the Pirate King stuff. That's what makes him intrinsically him. And that's what I like about him. The fact that he can go through all these ordeals and stay that way to me is more impressive than letting the despair set in, which is why I love him.
Listen, bro. You just basically described Naruto without saying Hokage and Ninja.
But I didn't say Naruto didn't go through development. He's fine. Like Naruto was fine, whatever. Kishimoto was kind of bad at progressing his character a certain way because when the focal point became Naruto and Sasuke, everybody else fell to the background. But those two did go through various character arcs. Like I don't really have a problem with. I don't like Naruto. I don't like Sasuke as a character.
But do you get what I'm saying though? Like in terms of, like if you want to say like I guess like just the nitpick the situations that they went through and how they dealt with them. Naruto had more situations, I guess. But in terms of overall, like who has some shit that changed the overall character as a person? That was Ichigo. Naruto was always the same dude.
I mean that wasn't a backstory though. That wasn't.
No, that wasn't a backstory. I mean, nigga, they not even in the first episode, but in the first 25 episodes, you find out about how Ichigo mom died and how it changed him, because they find the hollow that what's the name in like the first 25 episodes before Byakuya get there.
Yeah,
I mean, to point out something that he was saying in the comments. Basically, the thing with Naruto is, remember back in part 1 when
you have to change doing the story.
They were fighting against fate. They were basically challenging fate itself. They were going against the odds. Naruto was fighting Orochimaru, then the Zabuza fight, the Chunin exams. And all the odds were against Naruto, and he still was managing to overcome them with his own basically, well, not character development, but rather power-wise development. And then in part 2, like you find out that Naruto had the Sage of Six Path help him, and that is the Child of Fate and the Indra incarnation. That kind of defined the purpose of part 1.
Because he's supposed to kind of be the underdog, but when you really take it in, he was never really an underdog.
But They tell you Naruto's the chosen one in the beginning, just
No,
like
but
right
my
after
point
the
is,
Chunin
he's supposed
exam.
to be this like knucklehead and ninja, but like first of all, his heritage is very important. And people try to say like, someone tried to give me the argument that obviously just because your parents are good at something, you don't inherit that, but inherited will is a part of the Naruto series, and you inherit the skills of your clan and whatnot for the most part. The fact that his mom was a genius Jinchuriki and his dad was a goddamn genius. Like he himself had a large chakra reserve even without Kurama in him,
Yeah.
and then to add to the fact that this nigga is Ninja Jesus' fucking reincarnated son, I'm not trying to hear that this guy he was never underdog. He never was one. And that's whack to me.
Yeah.
They shattered that aspect of
Yeah,
the story.
but the story was painted towards he
But because he's
was seeming like he was the underdog, and then
Yes.
yeah,
basically.
that's the problem. Yeah, they
was
painted it
my
out
issue.
as if it was
That's kind of how I feel about Asta as well, where it's like I get that at least from a societal standpoint. Of course, yes, he's not nobility nor is he royalty, but anti-magic is the best ability in the show. I'm not hearing otherwise. I don't care. Anyone tells me.
exactly. Bro.
I had a question, Hemmings.
What's possible?
Like how much do you consider like some that change someone from a backstory, like character development?
That's technically characterization. Finding out why a character is a certain way in real time is the characterization aspect. In real time, let's say we're experiencing something in real time and something tragic happens to the character and they become like dark or whatever. That's when they start to develop and change. But also there's character arcs and stuff too. There's different ways of describing it depending on how you want to look at it. From a like, if you want to use like very technical literary jargon, it depends on your angle. Because niggas in philosophy and English, and one thing
you can still say this character development for the simple fact it just depends on how you look at it.
I know what you're saying. But I'm saying like
it's overall character
English
development.
and philosophy is something where no one ever agrees. So no one ever agrees.
That's my
There's
point.
multiple ways of looking at it.
Wait, Z-Boy, that's my point though.
Is there any character? Oh, sorry. Was there any character development in the series of Dragon Ball aside from Vegeta?
Vegeta,
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Wait.
Yeah, Piccolo.
Vegeta, Piccolo, Yamcha,
Frieza.
I mean, that's Frieza.
I don't know about that one. I think it's
I don't know if that's
character development.
Yeah, he changed. He respected Goku at the end, and he became smarter.
I mean,
Goku technically got character development in Dragon Ball, and like the first. Wait, listen. If you watch Dragon Ball, bro, Goku technically got character development.
Okay, but the thing about Goku is all he has to do for his character to work is to get stronger. He doesn't need to particularly do anything else. That's
true. But
he's a jungle child. He doesn't have any formal education. Well, Roshi did teach him how to read and write and stuff. But you know what I mean. Like he just born in the jungle.
If anything, there's
born in jungle. But
Goku did change because at first when he was a kid, he was like okay with killing like.
Bro,
but then when he get older, he was like, it was like he like grew more to like Goku. Understand it.
But yo, Hassan Jordan, you guys keep this up. I gotta grab my sister, so I gotta head it back out.
Hey, thanks for coming out, Hemmings. Hey, thanks for coming out, man. Hey,
thanks.
Abe, life going. Hey,
OG, bro.
Hit me up, Hemmings. We gotta talk some more comics, my guy.
Yo, big facts.
Hey, I can make it happen. I
didn't. I told you I got the site, bro. I'm a pirater. I'm a pirate.
You know what? I respect it because I torn everything, so it's fine. I respect
it. Hey, listen, that site is fire. That is a fire site. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. That site right there, boy, it'll save me some headaches.
Yeah, that's true, Chad. Gohan had great character development, but then
no.
No, that wasn't no. Listen, no, never mind, because that's who he was anyways. He was always not one to be a fighter.
Yeah, but then his character went through regression, bro. This dude,
that's how he always was. He
had character development all the way up until bro. Gohan had character development. He not the.
I don't know about that. I really don't know about it.
Gohan as a person. Gohan grew as a person from whale to fucking Chimera Ant. Gohan grew as a person. He learned things. Like, come on now. He grew as a person. This development.
No, listen. The thing is with Gohan though is that people don't pick up is that he has something that's called blue and orange morality. And that's where someone's morality is tricky. It doesn't follow any type of
pattern.
Yeah, because I don't know
I
if you
didn't
know
just
this,
say
but
gray.
yeah, I guess. I mean, he doesn't. It's just tricky because like going like right. If it's someone he doesn't know, he'll call him like a crazy person. He'll call him evil, but he gets to know him. Like it could still be like a serial killer or something. But if he's cool with him.
It's
It's
fine.
like yeah,
So it's not good and evil depends on nigga. That's like, bro. He doesn't have a baseline morality. That's basically all you're saying. Like how everybody, like we got a baseline morality as humans to where we see like normal people see like, oh, you killing somebody, that's wrong. But like him, like it's different. Like he don't got that baseline morality. It's whether it's because we do this shit too. Like if we see some shit we don't like, people might say it's not wrong, but you will be like, yo, that's wrong. I don't like that shit. They shouldn't be doing that shit. So it's like he going off of his own thoughts and what he knows besides this is what everybody else thinks, so I'm gonna follow that.
yeah, and there's plenty of characters in series who say he's like that too. It's like they say he's like an animal, and he doesn't like he like bases people off. Like yeah, exactly what you just said. Like I think Biscuit said it. I think some other dude said it, and it's basically like
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro. But Gong definitely grew as a person from Whale Island, the beginning, trying to catch the kingfish to fucking Chimera Ant Art. He grew as a person, bro.
Maybe, yeah. You know, the thing with Gohan is after the self fight, Gohan just went downhill and
no,
downhill. In my opinion, he did. He actually did. His
no.
character went through regression, bro.
I mean, you may not like it, but that's how he always was. You know, he was always
But it went
solid.
even worse than what he was initially at. Like the dude went from being
but he fought Boo.
I mean,
he was the strong. He's the like, and technically in Z, bro, Gohan is the strongest non-fused nigga. So he got something. Like in all of Dragon Ball Z, he's the strong. Like Super Saiyan 3 Goku ain't even as strong as the Gohan that fought Super Buu. Yeah. So there you go. He got something.
Yeah,
Goku had to go God for him to beat Gohan, nigga.
He could have beat a Boo, but you know he got cocky. I ain't like that though. Now that was regression because he should have learned after Cell, and then he got cocky again, and then you know Boo absorbed him. That was crazy.
Hey, I agree. So Federal Soldiers, Riboku got mad plot armor. Dude should have been dead. The moment Riboku went to Shin's castle, he should have been dead right then and there.
Actually, no. That's the thing. I would agree with you, but at the same token, if you think about it, at that point in time back then, it makes sense why he's alive because of how they had their traditions set up. So
No,
it
but
makes
here's the
sense
thing,
why
Jordan. Here's the thing.
he
Hear me out, bro. The thing with the Riboku is, when they were fighting, well, the state of Zhao was in shambles. The king is bad. The economy is bad. They were getting attacked, and then Riboku was going to Qin's castle. Well, basically, Yan were protecting them in a way. But if they had they killed them right then and there, Zhao would have been devastated, bro. Devastated.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. At the end, I agree that it is a form of plot armor. It is a form of plot, but at the same token, I say because of how they did things back then and there, it makes sense. Just because you know for a fact this person is bad and you know what he did, but you can't really unless you can prove it or unless you want to risk all out political war with other countries. You got to keep this dude alive, unfortunately, because of his connections.
Especially at what Steve pointed out. Riboku got his own portable plot armor called Hoken. This nigga Hoken is a plot armor in of itself, bro.
Of course, he's a plot device. We know Hoken is a plot device. I say, Kingdom. I told you earlier, Kingdom is full of plot devices and armor. But because our race is so well, in my opinion, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with all of it. Like to me, Shin should be dead. Kyokai should be dead. A lot of people should be dead anyway. And Kingdom, that's alive right now. So it's all good. It makes sense.
Oh yeah, I agree. All right, should we wrap this up, Jordan?
Yeah, you gotta wrap it up. You had a decent,
Hold
I'd say
up.
a good little stream.
Shameless plug. Yo, Sensei writing the manga.
Oh yeah, Sensei
Hey,
writing manga,
hey,
y'all. So
Sensei,
hey,
how about
support
this?
Go
Sensei.
check it out.
If you
Support
give us
Sensei.
permission, we could basically read it, review it basically, if you
Listen,
permit it.
bro. Just let me get far enough and formatted right, and I
Yo,
got you.
All right,
Gotcha,
bro.
okay.
We're waiting for you.
yo,
Alright, fam.
shameless
Well,
plug. Check out Z-Boy 2000. You want to see reactions to Code Geass and Kingdom
hey,
reactions, and
check out Z Boy. Check him out. If
make
I'm
sure you
good,
sub to Dorian Borgie as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
man, no sub
Hit
to
the
Z Boy.
stream, you hoe ass
Hey,
niggas.
Z Boy the fam. No shout out to all Freedom State.
Hey,
Everybody
suck
that
my
come
dick.